What is up, everybody? We are back for another episode of Guys Gotta Eat. Made possible by the Cult of Con. That's you guys. Thank you for being here. Today we got something real fancy. In fact, we stepped it up a little bit over our usual bottom tier, and we decided to try something I've never tried before. In fact, it's something I hadn't even heard of until tonight. I was like, I'm just gonna run a search for food near me and see what's out there. Tonight, we are going to be trying Dave's Hot Chicken. Yeah, I have no idea what to expect. I've heard good things, and all we're gonna do is just dive right in and find out, okay? So first things first, I ordered tonight what is the 2-slider meal. Oh, goodness. I'm already excited. It smells good. I can smell the zest on this thing, right? So what we got here was 2 sliders and fries combo. It smells zesty. Now what I did is I got 1 slider mild and 1 slider hot. And they have some extremes of those, but for now we're just taking them as they come. They look absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you guys can like get a good look at that or not, but wow, that's amazing. I cannot wait to dive into this. We got everything, the full spread. We got pickles on the side. We got honey, we got ketchup. I think we're supposed to put a little bit of honey on here, so we're gonna attempt that in the midst of this. And then as an additional side, I also got their mac and cheese because I'm obsessed with mac and cheese, to be honest. It's like, I think one of my favorite things in the world, and I thought if they have it, I should try it. So we'll dig into that. I didn't find out if they gave me a fork or not. I think they screwed me over on the fork, so that's gonna be a problem unless I go inside and get a fork. So I guess just hold on, we'll stitch it together. All right, so we got a fork. Back to business. I'm gonna start out by breaking into this slider box and seeing if we can't try one of these. Now it looks to me that the one that is the mild one is gonna be this one here, and then this one over here is the hot one. But first things first, why don't we try one of their fries? These look beautiful. They seem to have a great texture about them, and this one actually has some of their hot sauce already on it. I don't know if you can see that on there, but just a little stripe of it. Let's see. Wow. That was a delicious French fry. I'm gonna start off by getting a hold of one of these napkins. You know, they were crazy busy. That was one of the busiest places I've ever been to in my life. Like, in terms of Sunday afternoon, like what kind of rush is going on here, you know? So I'm gonna go ahead and try my hand at picking up and biting one of these chicken sliders. Now, evidently, let's grab it with a napkin so we don't have a huge mess. Evidently, chicken is sticking out of the end of this, so I guess we'll just give it an all. Wow. Just hold on a sec. This bite here in the middle has the slaw, so let's try a bite with some of that slaw in it. Well, my goodness. So far, so good, ladies and gentlemen. So far, so good. I'm going to now move to the hot slider, which is doused in a significantly higher volume of the hot sauce. And it would appear that the only rational way to do this would be about the same thing. I guess we bite the part sticking out. Technically, this one's a little bit better just because it's got hot sauce on it, so. Oh yeah. I'm gonna follow up with another side bite here to get into that slaw so we can kind of get the hot chicken and the slaw together in a bite. Wow. Wow. That is incredible. Let me try another one of these fries. My goodness, them some good eats, my friends. Mac and cheese. Give it just a little stirski, so it's not sitting too much. Just get a couple little pokes in here and see what a nice bite tastes like. Ooh, it's hot and steamy. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little steam coming off of it. Oh, delicious. Is it spicy? I feel like the mac and cheese is even spicy, like it's zesty. I don't know if I'd use the word spicy. It's not exactly hot. All right. I'm just gonna get down to brass tacks here and talk about numbers. First things first, this is a big meal at a higher end establishment. It cost me about $23 for tonight with a tip, which is a bit on the high end, especially for me. But I will say that thanks to the wonderful contributors on patreon.com/thecultofcon, all of this has been made possible. So I thank you for that. But with that being said, 25 bucks for one guy, just about. It's a little on the steep end for my taste. But what am I, a broke bum? 25 bucks for a mid-level chicken restaurant. It may not be the top, the cream of the crop, but it's certainly no Arby's or something, okay? So let's talk numbers. If we're gonna consider the price fair for the quality, which I would say it is, let's start with the quality of the food. 5 out of 5. No doubt in my mind, high quality ingredients, assembled beautifully, prepared beautifully, delicious. No complaint there at all. The food is great. Let's talk about the sliders. Medium slider, or I guess it'd be the mild slider. Not too hot at all. I would recommend it for anybody who has a sensitivity to spice. The mild gives you that little bit of kick to add to the flavor, but it doesn't give too much heat. I would say mild is probably your friend if you're sensitive to spice. For myself, I'm a tank. I could probably handle the Reaper or whatever it is. I'm not even kidding. Maybe we'll come back and try that one. I'm sure that one would destroy my guts and make at least some of you guys happy to see the aftermath. Now, the hot one, right on point for me. The flavor is there. There's a little spice. I mean, what I call a little is probably a lot for most, but a good detectable spice. I'm not complaining about that at all. Absolutely delicious. You know, the slaw is just perfect. It takes the edge off. It adds an extra crunch to that variety there. And it just helps bring out that profile of flavors. Kind of cools the heat a little bit, takes away a little bit of that intensity, and it's just fantastic. And then the French fries, of course, as I said, they're crispy, they're uniform, and they're great. You know, they don't have a hardness to them. They have a true good crunch, and the seasoning formula that they're on is really good as well. They seem to have their seasoning figured out with this restaurant. They're like, nothing bland, everything seasoned. Even this mac and cheese, which appears to have at least some kind of like little pepper or something in it. I don't know if you could see it, but it has these little specks. And the specks are definitely part of some kind of a seasoning recipe, because it's not just mac and cheese. It's like a zesty mac and cheese. Absolute fire, dude. Can I recommend Dave's Hot Chicken? Absolutely. Can I give it a 10 out of 10? I think the search for the 10 out of 10 continues. And we may find out one day on Guys Gotta Eat. But as it stands, I'm going to go ahead and give a 9.5 out of 10. I like to do it in kind of like 0.5s. I mean, I guess we could say this is like a 9.7 out of 10. It's really good. If you got a little extra money and you feel like treating yourself to something higher than just the regular tier of fast foods, Dave's Hot Chicken is where it's at, my friends. And with that being said, I'm going to tear into the rest of this thing because I am dying of hunger right now, dude. I had a huge workout this morning. It's been a busy day, and I got to eat. All right? So with that being said, thank you all for being here. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and help to continue support the channel. Obviously, you can go on patreon.com and become a member if you would like. And of course, we do have our merchandise store. I'll leave a link to that in the description below this video. Thank you all so much for being here. I am Con Man, and this has been another episode of Guys Gotta Eat. We'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.